I'm in a money making a mood. Can't touch your ends without me dogs, them a fool. You're serious, me not in a joke thing this year. Rich me say.
Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, a pleasant good morning and thanks for making it CVM at Sunrise. Now, do you want 139,000 US dollars in real financing to grow your business? Well, maybe the Branson Center of Entrepreneurship, made for more Entrepreneur Challenge, is exactly what you need to be viewing and listening and getting involved in. Here to tell us how we can possibly win all that money to further our business is Dmitri Dawkins, Entrepreneurship Program Director at the Branson Center. And well, we will first, Dmitri, start the conversation and then we will introduce our other guest.
Sure, no problem. Well, thanks for having me. We've been looking at the ecosystem overall and looking at saying, okay, how is that we could help entrepreneurs?
When you say ecosystem, you have to specify that this is the entrepreneurship ecosystem.
Entrepreneurship ecosystem across the Caribbean, but specifically for Jamaica, we're looking at and saying, what was one of the main problems that people are having? And finance was one of the main issues. So we partnered with the Arthur Guinness Foundation for this, as well as NCB as another partner for distribution, so that we can provide collateral-free loans at a very low interest rate to local entrepreneurs.
Let us unpack this one bit by bit. So the issue of financing is always going to be among the top challenges for entrepreneurs.
Right.
And linked to that is the need to find either credit financing or equity financing, of which collateral is usually a primary feature. And you're saying that in this particular instance, the matter of the collateral is removed?
Removed.
And replaced with what?
They're not, I mean, what we require is that you give us, 12-month projections, your business plan, your business pitch deck, and you pitch for the chance to win access to this financing. So each entrepreneur can get up to 40,000 US dollars, and then we'll have an additional 10,000 US dollar grant for who has the greatest social impact based on their plan.
All right, so then the collateral is actually based on the value that is seen from the pitch and from the other information that is submitted.
Yes.
All right, so we have not a stranger to CVM at Sunrise because, and I did say, viewers, during the break, last time we saw him, he was one of our guest chefs, but alas, no chefing this morning.
No.
Welcome again.
Yes.
Now, how are you related to this project?
All right, so I'm a part of the Branson Center Official Entrepreneurs, and I entered the Made of More competition last year. So one of the things behind my company, Great House Cater, is that we pitch to basically expand our services and also to reach more customers. So I went through the process, and I was one of the finalists who received one of the low collateral, sorry, low interest.
Low interest
loans.
Right.
So yes.
And talk us through the experience of doing the pitch. We're seeing it in social media, we're seeing it in traditional media, these settings where a panel, which appears sometimes very random and arbitrary to the onlooker, receives pitches. Its pitch becomes now the new access point. How was it for you?
It was definitely a great experience. It was a little challenging at first, going through the 3 different stages, but it has definitely allowed me to relook at my business plan, how to approach my business. The feedback from the judges are actually really great, and it's something that I continue to use to this day based on the final feedback from those judges. And just going through the process with the members of the Branson Center, they helped me along the way and everything like that. So it has been good. And of course, the publicity behind it is also good for business as well. But the main impact was definitely that support from the coaches that we had, and of course, the feedback from the judges.
If you had a choice, I mean, certainly we've already established, Dmitri, that financing for startups is a critical limiting factor. But if you had a choice between the funds and the mentorship that comes with this process, which has been more valuable?
That's a hard one. I mean, you definitely would need the financing to go and help with the feedback and the mentorship and everything. I must say the mentorship, as most persons would look at it and see it as a minor detail, has been a huge impact, because without that mentorship, the funds wouldn't have been used properly. So, I mean, when I went in originally, what I wanted to use the funds for has shifted with the feedback and everything like that, and that was great, because if I went with my original plan, it would have just been blown away very quickly.
Now, Dmitri, when you hear that kind of testimonial, many businesses and business persons or private citizens go into a financial institution. The number one thing on their mind is the financing. Some of them are actually successful in getting the financing that they applied for, but then misapplied because of the absence of stewardship and mentorship. Right. Why is this such an important feature to what the Branson Center does?
Well, the Branson Center has three main areas in our program, and that's training and development, access to finance, and mentorship. What we realized over the years with several programs is that people need more financial coaching as well. So through our mentorship program, we'll pair them with a financial coach so that they can understand why it is that they need more financial governance, how they should apply the funds better, so that they can actually have the impact that they're looking for, whether it be via performance, via adding capacity, scaling and growth. Mm-hmm. So it's critical. We've seen several people come. People have had to change the way that they spend the money because of challenges. I mean, this is there are a lot of dynamics, and stuff happens, and you have to shift. But through financial coaching and understanding how it is you can reapply these funds to still have that impact, that's very, very critical overall.
All right. Now, what's the time period within which the Made for More would-be participants and applicants can apply?
Okay, well, they can apply at bransonCenter.co/challenge. Entries close on July 31st.
Oh, so we still have some time.
Still have some time. It's a pretty detailed process, so I'd say get on the website now. We have all the templates there, so you can create your own pitch deck, creative financials, etc. So it's there laid out. Just plug in your numbers and go ahead from there. And then we actually will select 8 finalists during August, and then have the finals in September. So they have a grand pitch off. In between that, we'll
grand pitch off.
Yeah. So that's so we'll have the list of judges. From local business and overseas as well. It's a great opportunity. They'll receive a lot of training so that they get more polished, working on their business plan, everything along the process, so that at the end of it, they know exactly what they're going to use these funds for and will get the impact that they're looking for.
Quick questions. Is there an age limit for application?
Well, you must be a minimum of 18 years old, and your business must be registered already.
So just a lower limit, 18 years of age, which is the legal age for which you can enter into these contractual arrangements, but no upper limit.
No upper limit any at all, and it's not only for startups. If you have an existing business that's 20 years old, but now you're ready to scale, you think that you found the formula, then apply still.
And the final question, are there areas that applications will not be accepted from? Let us say I wanted to take on a career in the Jamaican entertainment industry.
Well, if you have anything related to children directly, because it's funded by Guineas, then we're not accepting anything related directly to like daycare services, things like that.
Right, because of the link with a brand that is an alcoholic beverage.
Right.
Okay. All right, so basically it's open to any business idea outside of that category that you've just mentioned, minimum of 18 years, and the business does not have to be a startup. It's just that if you are ready to pitch to that next level. Right. And the website again?
BransonCenter.co/challenge.
BransonCenter.co/challenge. Seems to me that that's the best way to go for this whopping amount of dollars and the mentorship.
Yes, definitely.
It's the first person I've ever seen having a difficulty to say whether the finances or the mentorship was more important. So that's just to prove how important both really are. We go to the break, more CVM at Sunrise when we come back.
Yeah. All about the paper. All about the paper. Yeah. All about the paper.
Sit to all life, sit to bed now. One way, me I pray now. Yeah. Straight.